YouTube, what's going on? It's Jamon. Welcome back to the channel for those of y'all that are watching again, and welcome to the channel for those of y'all that are stopping through for the first time. If you like sneakers, you're definitely in the right place. With that, I want to say real quick, if you don't mind giving me like 2 minutes of your time before we get into the actual sneaker review, I got something personal to talk about, something I've never shared before, but the shoes that I have today that we're going to take a look at and we're going to review actually make me want to talk about it, which is a good thing. First things first, if you yourself are having difficulties or feel like there's nobody to talk to, there always is. 1-800-273-8255. Or better yet, if you don't want to talk to a stranger and you want to talk to somebody like me, and I don't mean that in a bad way, I'm just saying I'll talk to you at any time. Hit me up on IG. It's Jamon, Jamon _17. My Twitter is OG Sneakerhead, okay, at Horton Jamon. And my PSN, and we'll talk about why I'm sharing my PSN. For those of y'all that don't know, and most of y'all do, PSN is your PlayStation Network ID where you can get online and game. I'm a huge gamer. Y'all let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see my gaming stuff, man. I may get into gaming a little bit, you know. I'm trying to do some new stuff with the channel, but Nolan Shadow, okay? So y'all invite me. Hit me up in the comments down below with your PSN gamer tag, and I'll invite you guys over. But look, take a screenshot of this or pause it and just really think about things before you consider doing something maybe that you probably shouldn't do because you feel like nobody's there. I'll tell you, and I'll share this with you briefly. And again, please, if you can, just stay with me for a minute. I had a good friend of mine that committed suicide. Me and this guy, we were great friends. We you know, went to concerts together, we golfed together, we did a lot of things together, cookouts, whatnot. But he was real. I'm not going to share the details for the family's sake and stuff like that. But great friend of mine, and I was in complete shock. Still am really. I don't think it's something you ever get over when you lose a friend. Period. But you know, this shoe that we're about to look at asks the question, why so sad? And I personally can tell you something like that can make you sad, even though, you know, to this day, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you hear songs that remind you of them. I mean, stuff like that never goes away. It's always a part of your life, and it can make you sad, man. I mean, it upsets you. It's grief. Everybody deals with grief in a different way. And I'll be honest with you, again, this is why I wanted to kind of share with you guys something about me. I also struggle from mental health. I have high anxiety, where I've been diagnosed with, you know, panic attacks and anxiety disorder, where I have to take medication for it. They had diagnosed me with depression and put me on medication for depression, but that stuff made me feel crazy. Like I couldn't take it. I was like, well, I don't think I am depressed, but they did it because sometimes, any of y'all ever get the feeling where you just don't feel like there's nobody to talk to, even though you do, even though you got your friends and people are there, you just feel like everybody's kind of against you, and you just lay around on the couch and it's almost like moping or something. Like there's no energy, there's nothing that makes you happy. You know, I was talking about video games. I like to play video games to kind of relieve my stress and stuff. But even when you're in those kind of moods or that feeling, like nothing can make you happy. Even somebody trying to talk to you makes you feel like they're being false, because you just feel like they're trying to get you out of the mood that you're in. So you're like, don't even talk to me. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not a good feeling. But anyway, I know there's a lot of you guys that are out there that's dealing with the same thing that may not be talking about it. It's good to talk about it. Okay, talk about it. Recognize that you may have depression, or recognize anxiety attacks, man. Those are no joke. A lot of people just pass them off as thinking, oh, this, you know, I'll tell you, when I have an anxiety attack, it is a physical reaction. My body, I literally cannot breathe. I can't swallow. My mouth goes dry. My pupils dilate. Any kind of noise while I'm having a panic will set me off and make me feel like I'm having a heart attack. I have to literally like go to a quiet place and sit there and push. I have like pressure points on my body, like behind my ear, that I'll push in with my finger, and it helps to relieve the stress. I know that sounds weird to folks that may not have anxiety attacks, but it's real, man. This stuff is real. Mental health is real, and it's important to make sure that you get it checked, okay? Thank you if you guys stayed with me through that. I've never taught, I don't really talk about stuff like this. I never have, but it's because of this shoe right here, this mail call that I got in, that made me want to talk about it, which is why this shoe right here is one of my favorite shoes of the past decade. That's right, I didn't say of 2022, of the past 10 years, because of the story behind this shoe, because of the meaning behind it, and kind of what I just shared with you. This is one of my favorite shoes ever. I mean, I absolutely love it. I need to double up on it. They actually had, this shoe came out and I struck out, and then they had a restock. But resale isn't that bad either. I want to say resale right now is like at about $230, which is about $100 over retail. But when you think about a dunk, you think about one of this nature. Used to, these guys would sell for $500 or $600 easy. But anyway, purple Nike SB box. You got the Nike SB Dunk Low Premium. WSS stands for Why So Sad. Colorway is Coastal Blue, Coastal Blue. Size 11.5 for the toe. You already know where they're going to go. So let's pop the top. Take a look at these shoes real quick. This is not a new sneaker. I want to say it came out in like December. Y'all don't quote me on that or fact check me on it, but again, they did a restock on them. Happy they did, because this shoe is absolutely fire. So let's unwrap that. Let's take a look at these shoes. Sorry for the knocking in the background, guys, if you hear that. We have some strong winds down here in the south today. We had some nasty weather, some tornadic weather, if you will, come through and hit the south. So shout out, or not shout out, but actually prayers and thoughts to anybody impacted by the tornadoes that hit Alabama, Kentucky, you know, those regions. We didn't get that much here in Georgia. There was a couple of places that did get hit. LaGrange up the road from me got hit. So now that I think about it, we did have some come through, but lucky enough here where I lived where we didn't get popped by them. So prayers for any of you guys that got impacted by those tornadoes. But we do have strong winds today. Anyway, the shoe. Here we go. The Why So Sad Dunk. First of all, I love the color blue, period. Y'all know that. If y'all been watching the channel for a while, y'all know I love the color blue. Can't get much better than a blue shoe with white laces, man. Clean, 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 clean. Look at that icy outsole right there with that red. Such a beautiful, beautiful outsole, okay? Got the Nike SB right there, okay? Your midsole is in white. I love how this icy blue comes up on this white. It's just clean, man. God, I mean, I know I've said that 15 times, but it's the truth. Got white stitching right there around your midsole. Again, your midsole is in white. Your toe box. Let's take a look at the shoe real quick and the materials and that stunning 4000K visual that only soul searching can provide, man, on ShoeTube. Anyway, check it out. Yes, sir. Look at that. Look at that stitching. Not seeing any glue. Premium materials used on this shoe. Yeah, absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning shoe. Your toe box right here is in this, they say coastal blue, but I think this is the coastal blue because it seems to be more like that UNC color. So this is more of a darker blue, maybe a navy. Not quite as dark as navy, but anyway, the materials, the suede on this guy is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful, beautiful suede. You've got that coastal blue, UNC blue stitching, which I really like. I love it when and you guys know this about me too, I love contrasting stitching on shoes. I think it makes the stitching pop. And your toe box right here is in like this nubuck. Very nice material as well. And then your swoosh right here is in leather, but I will say this is a rub away leather, so you can actually take some acetone and rub this away, this paint, or you can skate them if you're a skater. You know, eventually this wears away to yellow. And when I read up on the shoe, let me just say this, and I'm going to butcher this name. You guys that are watching their skateboarders, don't hate on me. I'm not a skateboarder, okay? I'm a 45-year-old dude that loves shoes, but that doesn't mean that I can't love the story behind the shoe or get behind it and support it, which I totally do with this. So if I butcher this guy's last name, I apologize. But the guy that founded Why So Sad, his name's John Rattray, or Rattray. I think he's a Scottish skateboarder. His sister committed suicide back in 2017, and I want to say when I read it that he also suffers from like some mental health issues. So he created Why So Sad to help support the organization, to help support folks that's dealing with suicide or having thoughts of suicide and anxiety, depression, you know, mental health issues like that. And so he founded this organization to support it. Right here, I've read, you know, so getting back to the story real quick. When I read that about the shoe, I had to get it. Even if I had to pay resale for it, I had to get it because of the story behind it and what it stands for and what it supports. So definite must cop for me. Again, one of my favorite shoes in the past 10 years that come out. Getting back to this, so this is blue, this rubs away to yellow. I don't know if this is to be true, but this is my thoughts. When you're feeling blue, the blue will rub away and it'll turn to yellow. It's almost like blue sky, or not blue skies, but you're feeling blue. Give it some time, man, and the sun will come out. You know what I'm saying? And that's my personal opinion. That's my take on it. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's how I feel. Right here you have I thought it was a pigeon, but it actually looks like a seagull that's riding a bicycle. And on this shoe here, you have the seagull that's on a skateboard. And when I did read up on that, they call it the predatory bird in the article that I read, but it looks like a gull to me. But it was because riding a skateboard and riding a bike is supposed to alleviate stress and anxiety. Getting around to the back of the shoe where you usually have Nike at, you've got that question mark, which is a nice touch, basically asking why, you know. That's what a question mark does, why. And then on your medial side of your shoe, you got the same thing. You can actually see that yellow on that leather right here. But, you know, I'm thinking about maybe just rubbing one of them away, maybe on the inside of the shoes, just to get a different look. But we'll see. If I do, I'll do a video on it. Your tongue right here, you do have a canvas tongue. It's kind of in a denim material. You got Nike SB Dunk Low Pro. And on the back of your tongue, you got the name of the organization and the question, why so sad? On your insoles right here, this one has Why So Sad, collaborating with Nike SB. And on this insole here, you have the goal, or that looks like almost like a duck, man, or something. But I think it's, again, they call it the predatory bird. But anyway, on the skateboard, looks like he's doing an ollie, or actually he's doing a handstand. So he's doing a handstand right there. Pretty cool, digging the insoles. White laces, you do have these yellow right here around the lace tips, which would go good if you rub that off. I'm going to keep the white laces in. I think it pops, but you do get a spare set of laces with the blue right there. So yeah, that's it. That's my review on the Why So Sad Dunks. Again, a mail call that I've had for about a week or so, but I just haven't shot the video yet. I do have the video too for the quarterfinals for our shoe of the year that I'll be releasing. So you guys stay tuned for that. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the Why So Sad Dunks. For me, 10 out of 10, no questions asked, 100%. One of my favorite shoes, like I said, of the last decade. Definitely in my top 3. It could take shoe of the year for me, since it did come out in 2022, for 2022. But after we go through your picks for shoe of the year, I'm going to go through my picks for my personal picks for my shoe of the year. And then, yeah, we'll keep going, man. We've got some other shoes. We've got some stuff right here. Well, you can't see it, but it's behind me. I've got another mail call that came in yesterday that we'll be doing a video on. So like I said, if you like sneakers, man, you're in the right place. Shout out to everybody that's been hanging with the channel and supporting the channel, man. Much love for y'all. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you enjoy your weekend. With that, it's Jamon. I'm signing out. Much love. And remember, if you need to talk, man, call that number or hit me up, man. I'm always here for you. Take care.